Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're here continuing our Ben 10 journey. This is Ben 10 Season 1, Episode 12, Side Effects. Interesting title. Now, the last episode, Episode 11, which was A Small Problem, started out pretty simple in terms of the story that this mad scientist or whatever, this crazy guy about UFOs crashing at this water park that Ben and Gwen were at, sees Ben as gray matter and takes him to his house. I thought that was going to be pretty much the episode in terms of the structure of it, because we spent a good time, like a good amount of time, at that guy's house. Then he makes a phone call to this guy in some sort of armor, like a knight or whatever, and then we take gray matter, Ben, to there, and then Grandpa Max somehow knows about this organization, which you guys were in the comments saying what the name of it was or whatever, but to me it's the organization in terms of where we are in the story. And there was a lot more going on than I thought, because I thought, okay, so this is going to be kind of the episode in terms of a smaller scaled episode in terms of this guy just thinking that Ben's this alien, which he technically is with the Omnitrix, but like not really like a permanent alien that crash landed at this water park that they were at. But it turned into something a lot more. And it ended with the leader saying, I need to know all the information on these three, showing images of Grandpa Max, Ben, and Gwen. So we'll see about that. We also found out, too, the organization, besides the fact that Grandpa Max knows about them, which is odd, because he like, said it all serious and shit, and Gwen's like, what? Because he's like, the organization. It's like, well, you've been around a while. You learn a thing or two. Okay. Anyways, finding out the organization actually has alien artifacts, and then Ben used them as gray matter. He was, like, figuring out how to connect certain devices together, and it basically, in a weird, strange way, obliterated the whole entire castle, the organization's headquarters, if you will. It was a pretty cool looking castle, though. I like the design of it, and like this like ancient organization that had all these different alien artifacts. It was pretty cool. So it was interesting. Like, the episode went into a direction I wasn't expecting, and it's what made me enjoy the episode more, because I wasn't expecting it to go that extra step in terms of, we're actually, the main focus is actually not this guy's house, like all decked out technology. It's actually this organization that wants Ben to dissect him, essentially as gray matter, and then finding out they have all this alien technology and shit. It's like, okay, a lot of stuff going on here. So I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the ride. We have 2 more episodes for this season. We have Side Effects episode 12, then next week's, which will be episode 13, Secrets, interesting title, and then we'll be done with season 1 of Ben 10. It's pretty crazy how fast we're moving along in terms of getting through the show, but it's been a blast, and I can't wait to continue. So here we go, guys. Episode 12 of season 1, Side Effects. Let's go.
Get out of our home.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This place is coming down, like it or not.
It's coming down. What the fuck?
Well, if you think we're bugging you now.
Coming through. Nice. Huh? I like these little side missions.
I'm telling you, that motorcycle, it was driving itself. Where's Ben?
Getting some ice cream.
Case, hot day. I'm thinking.
Ben, you idiot. Why'd you sit in there and eat it?
Hey.
Let's say grab a tissue, man.
All Ben needs is a dose of my famous Sangju Yen Pien cold remedy.
What? Okay.
Just down the block. Don't worry. The stinkweed honey and the Sangju Yen
Stinkweed.
coat your entire
Oh, God.
area.
Dream come true.
Oh my god.
Better make that a nightmare, councilwoman.
That is horrifying. Especially with, like, wasp and shit. Jesus. Oh. They're sick too, which makes sense. So whenever he changes... Uh-oh.
Ben's cold must be affecting Wildmutt's sense of smell.
Yeah, so...
He can't tell where he's going.
Ah, damn.
Okay, furball.
Hey, at least he's trying to help. You know? Oh. Holy crap. They're gonna kill Gwen. I know they're not, but... Rip, 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 rip. Good job. Good job.
Ouch. Oh, man. Just when I it couldn't.
That was a horrible disaster.
This'll help.
He tried, but
Seems like your bug is spread to all your aliens as well.
yeah. So whenever he turns, they're sick too. Yeah, you got it. You got to do something. Come on, come on.
Bug-Eye said something about knocking down his apartment building.
Yeah.
Well, the only
Oh, that's uncomfortable. Oh God, I would hate that. Oh.
Black Widows, you shouldn't make any sudden moves.
Nuclear blast.
They've got to be here somewhere.
Okay.
Real fun.
I thought so.
What the hell? Ugh. It's uncomfortable.
Hit your hives.
Just jump right through. Who cares? The place is already to shit anyways. It's uncomfortable. Oh. That helped.
Oops.
So how you gonna fight bugs? What the hell? Oh, termites came through the wood. Okay, but I say, how'd that happen? Are you afraid to step on bugs? I guess. Oh. Okay. He's destroying more of the house. Why not? Who cares? Oh. Did he lose his power because of the house or the apartment complex that fell down? Oh, never mind.
Only one way to exterminate a whole city. Aim for a front row seat.
I mean, no, not exactly.
You're gonna wind up blowing along with the rest of us.
We don't think so.
Scientists think cockroaches are the only things that would survive the blast. Something's weird about you.
We don't have time for you to diss me.
Oh, it's kind of blue. That's kind of interesting.
Take care of Bugsy. You should be a bunch of briquettes by now. My cold, it froze my flame.
Oh, no. Damn. There's always something.
The old expression.
There you go. Ice. Ice. About to say, if it's cold, ice? Oh my god. There you go. What the hell? Oh, okay.
Meltdown. Sorry, Mr. Roach. This is going to hurt you a lot more than it's going to hurt me.
Oh my god. What the fuck? He's still alive. Oh god.
We didn't appreciate that cold shoulder you gave us.
Come and get it!
They're attracted to the smell. Yep, they're leaving you. Yep.
Oh no! Hey, what do you know? Everything really did
You
work
got the
out
cold.
after all.
There you have it, guys. Episode 12. We had an interesting villain this week, and it was really creepy at times. We had this bug guy. I'm going to call him Bug Guy because I don't know his actual name. I don't think they said it in the episode, but I'm curious. Like, I was curious about his powers because we saw, like, a newspaper clipping that Grandpa Max looked at, and it said, like, nuclear blast or bugs survive nuclear blast or something to that effect. But they didn't really explain where he got his powers. But then again, a lot of these villains, like Zombozo the Clown and villains like that, they don't really go into their backstory about how they got their abilities and shit. So, I guess it's okay, but it's like, how did he get the ability to control all these different types of bugs and stuff? Like, it's really bizarre. But the opening, I think, was pretty interesting because his apartment building that he was living in, which is condemned, it was all to shit, was being destroyed, and that's what basically pushed him to the point of attacking, people. And he attacked that construction worker. Is that guy dead? Because we never saw him again. We saw the mayor or whatever that was authorizing all this. I think that was the mayor, right? I think they said mayor or whatever. And he took her during a speech and everything, and then that's where we got to see, because a part of this episode as well is Ben has a cold. Ben turns into, was it Wild Mud? Is that the name of it? I'm still getting used to all these names of the aliens, so apologies. But he turns into that alien, and he cannot see. Like, his senses are so off. He's running into shit. Gwen's trying to help him and everything, and it's just not looking good at all, pretty much, in terms of there's going to be some sort of side effect. But for that first transformation, after realizing he has a cold, stupidly enough too, which we'll get to that in a second in terms of how he got the cold, because Ben just wasn't thinking through there. But it pretty much sets up that each alien he's going to turn into with the cold, or any sort of time he's sick, is going to have some sort of effect. Because for that, his senses were completely like blocked, so he couldn't actually see anything. He's just running into shit. But Gwen tries to help in the process, and she almost dies. She's surrounded by a bunch of fireworks and dynamite or some shit. I'm not really sure, but I'm like, Gwen's going to die here. Of course, it's not going to happen, but still, it was like, okay, Jesus. Like, it was pretty crazy. But this bug guy takes the mare. And, like, she doesn't question. And then again, she was taken by this guy who controlled bugs. So when she sees Ben as forearms, which the side effect under each armpit of the forearms is some sort of like pus and some weird nasty shit, and he smells bad. So at least in that aspect, I mean, he's still sneezing, but at least, like, he could still be forearms. It's just smelling, and he smells bad. So I don't know, but still. And then, of course, he destroys the whole building in the process. But getting to the point where he gets a cold in the first place, why did Ben think it was a smart idea to stay in a cold ice cream truck to eat the ice cream? How come he didn't grab some ice cream and eat it in the camper? Why did he stay? I don't understand. I don't know. He didn't think that through. And the fact that he stole ice cream. He didn't pay for it. He stole it. So there's that too, but we bypassed that nonsense. But yeah, so Ben had a cold this episode. So it's kind of an interesting turn of events, because it goes to show how anything that's affecting Ben is going to affect the aliens he can turn into via the Omnitrix. So it would affect everybody. So with that, Ben, we're back, of course. I know I'm jumping kind of all over the place. Apologies, but I still I got the sniffles. I'm getting sick too. My Omnitrix not going to work. But so Ben actually destroys the apartment complex, and the fact that this bug guy is talking to the mayor or whatever, say, "This is our grandfather built this place." It's like, okay, like maybe this guy's grandfather actually built the apartment complex, but why is he talking about we and our? Sounds like a symbiote, like Venom symbiote. It sounds like Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote are one. It kind of sounds like that's where he's one with the bugs or whatever, and we and our. It's like, okay, guy, whatever you say. But with all that, Ben destroys by accident. Like, maybe he was kind of planning it, but not really, because he had all these fire ants. I think he said fire ants because they looked red. But he's like scratching and going crazy. He's running into posts and stuff, and eventually takes down the whole apartment complex. So the guy ultimately loses. Bug guy loses the apartment complex, and then the mayor just kind of walks away after all this. It just, I guess she probably got like state of, like, the town or the city is in a state of emergency or whatever, because this fucking bug guy, I don't know, but she just walks away. Like, she doesn't seem like she's really like losing her shit over the fact that there's some guy who controls bugs and there's this alien with 4 arms. Okay. I mean, I guess, though, no, don't question anything, I guess. I mean, once you see a guy controlling bugs, I guess it doesn't really matter if you see an alien at this point. I mean, it's all the same shit to you, right? No, it's not, but whatever. So, this guy's plan is, okay, so, nuclear blast, cockroaches can survive nuclear blast. Like, people, like, it's that age-old theory that cockroaches and Twinkies will survive a nuclear blast or survive whatever. And so he's like, I'm going to destroy the whole city. I'm going to use the nuclear power plant to destroy the whole city. Like, he just went from, I'm protecting my apartment complex, to I'm going to destroy the entire city. Okay. And that shot of where the apartment complex goes down, the cockroaches are like, they're dead. He's like, oh no. He's controlling what looks like 1 million bees, wasp, really. It's like, they're like, the way they're flying overhead, covering the sky. I'm like, my God, this guy has like godlike powers with bugs. It's kind of bizarre. But he goes to nuclear power plant, and then this is where Ben turns into Heat Blast. And that's the name of the alien, Heat Blast. And in this instance, Heat Blast is actually Cold Blast or Ice Blast, because literally The color on him is a little bit different. He's not the same color as when he turns into Heat Blast. And he finds out at first nothing's happening. He's trying to shoot fire, nothing. But then he can shoot ice. And he's shooting ice out of his hands. And then at one point he has like this ball. And then he fires it and it creates like this huge ice covering. And so they were able to stop the nuclear blast from going off, which was great. Awesome. They stopped the chaos. And usually, because I didn't know how much time was left, when they stopped him and everything was frozen over from the nuclear reactor about to explode, and the guy who covered himself in cockroaches to survive the nuclear blast, which, okay, that makes sense. You want to cover yourself because you'll survive. The cockroaches will, I guess, survive the nuclear blast, so you'll survive in the process. So, okay, at least he had a way to survive it. Because, like, they made a point. You'll go up with it, too. If this thing goes off, we're all going to die. Like, I don't think so. And then he covers himself up with cockroaches. Like, okay, so he's got this all planned out, in a sense. But when they're starting to drive in the camper, I almost forgot the word. When they start driving in the camper, at this point in the episode, in terms of the structure of it, the episode's done. So when bugs started to pop up, I'm like, what's happening? And then he's still alive. Like, oh, shit. Okay. I guess the episode's not over. I thought it was. And then Ben instinctively remembers, oh, that thing that, like, it was like a long name that Grandpa Max went into about this remedy or whatever that he found out from a monk somewhere. I have no idea. He said, like, they got plumbing there too. I don't know. Okay. But Ben only drank like half of it, and then he lifts it up, and the bugs are attracted to that smell. I don't know why. I guess they're attracted to bad smells. But he throws it over the cliff or whatever down into the water, and all the bugs follow. And then the guy's like, and then they kick his ass, and they call the cops. So the guy was basically nothing without his bugs. But it's weird how, like, he can control them, but I guess as soon as they smell something like that, they instantly lose their connection with him. I don't know the in and outs of his powers. I have no clue. But it was kind of a bizarre... It was kind of bizarre. Kind of interesting. It's kind of bizarre way to go about. But okay, whatever. So Ben had a cold. We found out that it affects the Omnitrix in terms of the aliens he can turn into. They have different side effects. In the case of Heat Blast, he could use ice. So it's kind of a modification of the alien itself in terms of, instead of shooting fire, shoot ice. Interesting. And the color is different. I like the color change of it too. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so overall, pretty interesting episode. Definitely more of kind of a smaller scale in terms of not some big thing. Also, too, I forgot to mention this because I actually mentioned this in the reaction. I like the fact the episode opened before Ben started getting the cold because he made the stupid decision to be in the ice cream truck to eat ice cream, dumbass, is that we open up with kind of a side thing where he's taking out another criminal, I guess, who stole a bunch of money and put in the back of his car. And I like how sometimes we see them working to take down smaller criminals that are just, everyday criminals, such as stealing shit or robbing a store or whatever. Same thing, robbing, stealing. Give them a point. Like, they're stopping these other criminals that are not part of the main narrative. Because that guy that they stopped beginning of the episode with that sports car or whatever, with the money in the back of the trunk, he's not really a part of the story besides that little bit. But they show that to where they're doing more than just running into these crazy over-the-top villains like the Hex guy who was a sorcerer, or Zombozo the clown, or in this case, this bug guy. They're stopping other people besides the main villains that are kind of like supernatural or over the top, or they have powers or some shit, or even aliens. So there's a lot more going on in the world, so I'm glad that they're showing some of that throughout the show so far. So that's the video. That's the reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we have one more. Episode reaction. Give me a point. Anyways, back to my main point. My mind's all over the place, guys. I'm still trying to wake up. Apologies. But yeah, so that's the video. What you guys think of the episode and what you think overall about Ben 10 so far? Whatever thoughts you have, guys, let me know in the comments below. We have one more episode. Getting back to the point. We have one more episode until we get into season 2. We're about to get to the season 1 finale, next week's episode, which is pretty crazy. So I'm excited to continue the show. I believe we have 5 seasons of Ben 10. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we're trucking along and we're getting through it. And yeah, it's been a journey and it's been kind of crazy. And we're going to get to the season 1 finale next week, and we'll jump into season 2 after that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.